Hello, friends. Rod here, the Confidence Coach. I am here to speak with you about mental health awareness. Every May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And in the middle of the month, we have a focus on one area of mental health. And this year, the focus is anxiety. This speaks to me particularly because I suffered from anxiety earlier in my life. And I've been on a journey for 20 years, more than 20 years, really, to move to a more healthy and well place for myself, finding, creating for myself, using, being committed to strategies, tips, tools, etc., to support my heart, support my mind, and my body. And so this has been a lot of years that I've been focusing on this. So when I have an opportunity to come here and speak directly to you about mental health and especially anxiety, I am happy to do it. I have been doing some research on the NIH and the CDC and other areas, mental health associations, etc. And I want to invite you to use this opportunity now to come to your own higher awareness, higher consciousness about mental health concerns, especially for yourself. And also, certainly, if you have young people around you, we have an epidemic of anxiety in our young people today. So today I wanted to invite you to ask yourself, do I know the difference between stress and anxiety? Do I know the difference between when stress turns into a significant mental health concern? After I'm done today, I'm going to put a couple of links to the NIH website that actually share graphics, infographics, and free downloadable booklets for you to learn about the difference between stress and anxiety and when worry actually becomes problematic, i.e., a mental health concern. So I really want you to understand this. So I'm saying it, I'm sharing it with you today. And I want to invite you to think about it for yourself and especially for your young people. Mental health is an area that is difficult for most people, that you want to bring it up, but you might not know how to say it. For your spouse, for example, if you see your spouse or partner suffering from what you think might be anxiety or depression, you may not want to point it out. You may not want to bring it up. You don't want to offend them. You don't want to hurt their feelings. And I've been having a conversation with one of my daughters about the difference between when you say something about something or when you wait. And when it comes to the mental health of those you love, I say, don't wait. I say, get educated. I say, get informed and get armed, but don't wait. Be loving, be kind, be generous of spirit, show the love that you have, but don't wait. And also for me, as a coach in particular, over a decade of time, it's taken me some time to evolve into what I actually say directly and or what I kind of step back on. So one of the ways that I do it now is I ask simple questions, clarifying questions that give the person an opportunity to say what's on their mind, say what's on their heart, and hopefully share their truth. Now, as a coach, I am an accountability partner. In fact, recently, I have a couple of clients who are going from once a week working with me, which is the only way I will work with a client now. It has to be at least once a week. And they're going to twice a week. During stressful times, difficult times, busy times, they want to have more accountability. I have learned of the benefit, blessing, and amazing impact of having accountability. Just this morning, I said to my dear friend Leela, as we were outside the YMCA after our morning workout, which we do twice a week, even though we've been doing this for a year and a half now, I said to her, I want to thank you for being here, i.e., I didn't take it for granted. I called it out. And I said, I would not be coming to the gym without you for my accountability. When you're out of town, I don't come. And I love coming to the gym. I feel better when I come to the gym. I know it's good for my, my muscles, my strong body, my bones, my mind, even my self-attitude, self-presentation. And I said, I want to thank you so much for being my accountability partner here. It makes such a difference for me. Over the last few years, I have developed a weekly accountability group. For a few years, I worked every single week, Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern, with women in business for themselves. As last year moved on and we came into the fall and the year end, I realized that there was a crying need to help support people to focus on one of the solutions to anxiety or depression or poor mental health, and that is self-care. So I started a group this year, and we've been going since the first week of January. It's going all year on self-care accountability. I don't tell you what you need to do to be in self-care. I show up weekly. I share tools and strategies and also concepts that I've created, and encourage you to show up for yourself, be in your own self-truth and self-honesty, come and be in cohort of people who actually care about you and your self-care. And we learn from each other so that you can figure out what works for you. We have the physical bucket, we have the mental bucket, we have the emotional bucket, the spiritual bucket, the financial bucket, the social bucket. We have all the buckets of self-care, and you get to dip into whichever one you want that works for you. We have a new bucket called the connection bucket, which I did not design, but came up in my group because it came up and out that some people were feeling lonely, or some people wanted to improve their connection with others. I just said to my own daughter today, there's a lot of agoraphobia today since COVID, of people not feeling comfortable, going out even anymore and being in interpersonal exchange. And so they asked if we could add a connection bucket. I'm like, okay. So the next week, the graphic had the connection bucket. So I want to let you know about my own self-care group. It's open. I invite you. It's a very low fee. It's only $180 for the entire year. I did that because I want you to understand how important self-care is. And I wanted to make it a low bar, low threshold so people could come. We're a small group weekly, and we do share deeply, I will say that, and we support each other in arguably the most important thing that you can do to impact and affect your mental health, which is focus on your mind, body, and soul, yourself, in a way that supports deep, caring, loving sense of oneness for yourself. And so I'm happy to tell you I have my own self-care group. I'm happy to share the information with you about that. But the most important thing that I want you to know is about accountability. There's lots of examples and so much research on how accountability matters. So if you're feeling alone and lonely, if under your surface you don't feel that you're able to share what's in you, I'm glad that you're seeing me. I'm glad that you're listening to me. I'm glad that somebody shared this video with you, because that's the point of entry where we want to be. I want to invite you to write, journal, and speak to someone. Find a safe and loving, non-judgmental space where you can speak and voice out what's in you. And also, of course, get therapy if you need. Coaching is not therapy. Therapy is not coaching. These are two different things. So coaching might also be an option for you. All right, friends, that's it for today. We're talking about mental health awareness. How is yours? And how do you think the mental health is of those around you? You can feel free to use this video as a conversation starter at your dinner table tonight, okay, if you need. All right, friends, thank you for joining me today.